Hey, Joanna, what's up? Hey, what's up, Yesel? What's up, Natalie? What's up, Yelena? What's up, Andrea? What's up? How are y'all doing today? Hope everybody's doing good. Um, Welcome to summer school. All right, crazy. Well, I'm gonna do page 9 today. It's only 5 problems. Joanna's good. Yes, it was good. All right. I'm waiting on a couple people that supposed to be in summer school that ain't in summer school. Waiting on them to come. I went to school today. Um, I know some of y'all been asking me when we go back to school. Um, they're talking about going back to school earlier in August. Normally, y'all go to school like August 25th, 26th, somewhere around there, like that last week of August. But they're talking about going back to school earlier, like August 9th or August 10th or something like that. But they haven't voted on it yet. They got to vote to see which one they're going to do. All right. So whenever they determine what day we're going back to school, I'll let you guys know. All right. Hola, Miguel, Miguelito. All right. Again, I went to school today. If you have not received your report card in the mail, then I suggest you guys call the school, and someone in the front office will print it for you, and they'll have it ready for you to pick up. So, like, I went to school today, and I saw some parents coming to pick up their report card. Some of you guys didn't have the right address. The school probably had the old address reader, right? So, if you want your report card, which you do need it to go to 6th grade, you need that report card. So, if you don't have it, call the school. Okay. I will type in the school's address real quick while I'm waiting on everybody else. I'm gonna type in the school address. What's up, Michaela? All right, I typed in the main address for the school. Um, if you have not received your report card in the mail, it's probably because we had an old address for you. So you can call that office that I typed in. That's the main office. And just tell them that you're trying to get the report card, and they'll tell you when you can come pick it up and everything. Okay. I'm trying to see if Michael is going to come over here. All right. Today we're gonna do it's gonna be easy. We're gonna show how you can do decimals in different ways. All right. So we're gonna do standard form, we're gonna do word form, um, expanded notation, stuff like that. I'm good, Natalie. How are you? I just been trying to stay positive. For those of you who don't know, I started a podcast. My podcast is on Apple now. It's on Spotify. It's on Anchor. It's on these different things where you can listen to podcasts. So I'm on Apple Podcasts now. So good. I just been working on my podcast. That's all. Getting ready for next year. Talking to the principal. All right. All right. We're about 5 minutes in, so I'm gonna go ahead and get started. We're on page 9. All right. So we're gonna do page 9, numbers 1 through 5. All right. Let's go ahead and get started. All right. I know, Michaela, you have your book now. I think I took Michael his book this morning. If you don't have a book, let me know. Type it in. You don't have a book, and I'll try to get it to you. Okay. On page 9, this is very easy. All right. It says a bottle contains 20 and 67 hundredths ounces of liquid. What is the amount written in standard notation? So it says 20 and 67 hundredths. What is this amount written in standard notation? So you want to turn this amount to standard notation. All right. Miguel, I'll give you a call after this is over, and try to get your address and stuff like that, and I'll get you a book. I'll get you a book, okay? This is the Star Master book that we had during school. This is what we're working on. All right. All right. So it says 20 and 67 hundredths. You need to turn it to standard notation. All right. Standard means normal. It means the normal way. So you have to write the number in the normal way. All right. Now, there are key things in here that you should see. All right. First of all, I know this is going to be a decimal. There's 2 ways I know it's going to be a decimal. Number one, this and. If you're in my class, I taught you and means decimal point. Because it has whole numbers and parts. All right. Now, you also know it's going to be a decimal because it is TH. When you see that TH on the end of that hundredths, that means 100 parts. So that means it's going to be on the right side of the decimal point. All right. So you automatically know I have a whole number side and I have a part side. And separates the whole number side from the part side. So the word and is the decimal point. It combines the wholes and the parts. All right. So now you just have to look at what's in front of the and what's behind the and. In front of the and, I have 20. So it's 20 and it's the same thing as 20 and, all right? Now behind the and, I have 67 hundredths. So 20 and, so I know I'm going to have 67, and I got to make sure that the 7 is in the hundredths place. Right? So this is the answer in standard form. 20 and 67, and that 7 is in the hundredths place. Right? So that means the answer is B. All right? Now, if you're looking at the answer choices right now and you have the book in front of you, you know it's not D as in dog because that's 206. and 7/10. You know it's not C, like Yesel said, it's not C, because that's 26 and 17. Now, A and B both got 20 and, right? But the difference is A has 67, the 7 is in the thousands place. This 7, it should be 67 hundredths, which means the last spot should be the hundredths place. All right? So that's why the answer is B. All right? Any questions about number 1? You might type them in now. If you don't have any questions, then type in the circle with the line drawn through it. Hey, teacher right now. What's up? Okay. All right. Andrea says no questions. Of course not, Andrea. Yesel says no question. Lynn says no questions. Alexandra Ramirez. Type in your name so I can know who it is. All right. I know Michaela says no questions. Alexandra Ramirez, whoever that is, whoever username is Alexandra Ramirez, type in the name of the student so I can make sure. I think that's Yaelin. All right. While you do that, I'll be working on number 2. All right. Natalie says no questions. All right. Number 2. Okay. Yeah, it is Yaelin. I thought that was you, Yaelin. Okay. Number 2 says the meter below shows how many gallons of gasoline Mrs. Matthews had in her car. All right. So in her car, I guess she had a digital car, and it told how many gallons of gas she had in her car. And in her car, it said 12.389 gallons. Right? Now the question is, what is the value of the 8 shown in the gas meter? So basically, they ask him, what's the value of this 8? Or when they ask you for a value, they're asking you how much is that number worth at that spot, right? So basically, 8 is worth however much it is at that spot. Whatever spot it is worth 8 of them, right? Because they're asking you for value. Value is how much something is worth, all right? So when teachers talk about place value, that place means a certain spot, and value means how much it's worth. So in this spot, how much is the 8 worth? Right? So you need to know the place value so you can know the value. All right. Now, if I do my place value chart, this is my decimal point, which means there's 12 holes because this is the 1 and this is the 10. So 12 is 1 10 and 2 1s. All right. Now that means the 3 is in the 1/10 spot, which means the 8 is in the 100th spot, and the 9 is in the 1,000th spot, right? And the question was, what is the value of the 8 in that number? Well, look at what place the 8 is in, and you'll determine the place value. If the 8 is in the 100th place, then that means it's worth 8 hundredths, right? And 8 hundredths is the same thing as 8 cents. All right, 0. Then right here, 0, and then you just bring the 8 down. All right. So it's worth 8 cents. All right, good. Yourself, good. Andrea, good. The answer is C. All right. Again, place value. Place is a certain spot, and value is how much it's worth. So if people are talking to you about place value, saying in this certain spot, how much is the number worth? All right. Preguntas, niños and niñas. Any questions about number 1 and number 2? You may type them in if you have any questions. If not, you can do the Wakanda symbol. No questions. All right. All right. Michaela's good. Yourself's good. Natalie says no questions. Andrea's good. Yalia's good. Joanna's good. All right, cool. All right, number 3. Number 3 says Felix wrote a price of his new guitar in expanded notation. What is the price of Felix's guitar written in standard notation? So you're going to go from expanded back down to standard. And if you were in my class this year, you know expanded means to stretch out. So if you have your book and you're looking at number 3, you can see the number is already stretched out. Your goal is to contract it back together, come back to normal numbers. All right. So in expanded notation, in parentheses, Felix wrote 1 times 100 plus 9 times 10 plus 6 times 1 plus 7 times 1/10 plus 5 times 100. All right. And your job is to turn this number that's already stretched out back to a standard form decimal. That means turn it back to a normal number. All right. Now, you got to think about what it did. When it expanded it, it stretched the number out. But when it did notation, it did number times the spot that it's in. All right. So all you have to do is look at what's inside parentheses, and you'll see 1 should be in the hundreds place. All right. Or you can say 1 times 100 is 100. All right. Then you can say 9 times 10 is 90. You can say 6 times 1 is 6. 7 times 1/10 is 7/10. So that's 0.7. And then 5 times hundredths is 500, 0.05. Right? Now, all you got to do is literally put them together because you can see the plus sign between them. So all you got to do is add them back up. Again, 1 times 100 is 100. 9 times 10 is 90. 6 times 1 is 6. 7 times 1/10 is 7/10. And 5 times 100 is 500. Right? So if you put them together, all right, these are whole numbers, so I'm just going to put decimal point and zeros on the end to fill them out. Then I put a 0 right there. Now I can see the number 0.00005 So that's 7. Put the decimal point right under the other one. 0.00600. So that's 6. 0 and 9 is 9, and 1 bring down. So it's $196.75. Right? Again, good. This letter C. All right. Good, Michaela. Good yourself. Hey, Mr. Newbie. All right. This is number 3. All right. Any questions about number 3? You can type them in. If not, go ahead and put in the symbol for no questions. Okay. All right. Natalie says no questions. Andrea says no questions. Yesel says no questions. Yaylin says no questions. Okay, cool. Again, this is easy. We're starting off easy this week with just making sure you understand place value and making sure you understand decimals. All right. See, when you get to middle school, when you get to 6th grade, they're gonna go past the thousands place. You're gonna go into 10,000s place. Right. So the thousands place is 3 spots behind the decimal point. Well, 10,000 is going to be 4 places behind the decimal point. All right. So you're going to add on to the decimals going the other way. Okay. You're also going to do notation, but you're going to do scientific notation. But it's still going to be the number times the spot that it's in. All right. So I just want to make sure you guys understand that going into 6th grade. All right. I'll get ready for number 4. All right. Number 4 has a table. All right. And it says the table below shows the numbers written in standard notation in word form. All right. So it has a table and it has numbers written in words. And then on the left side, it have the standard form, regular number. Right. So it says, which of the following could correctly complete the table? So you're missing a number and your job is to turn the words next to it back into the number. Right. So I'm going to write the words. Right. The word is 16 and 37 hundredths. Now, again, you're going to turn this into a standard form decimal, a normal number. Okay? Standard means normal. Okay? Now, again, I know it's a decimal because I see the word and. And is the same thing as the decimal point. So it's 16 and something else. So that means there's 16 wholes and there are some parts on the other side of the decimal point because the decimal point means and. All right. Now, I also know it's a decimal because there's TH on the end. Anytime you see the TH on the end, it means parts. All right. If it was regular hundreds, it would just be HUNDREDS, regular hundreds. But since I see TH, that means 100 parts. That means it take 100 of them parts to equal one whole. All right. So I know there's parts over here. All right. So now I just separate the number based on where the and is. In front of the and, I have 16. So I'm going to have 16. All right. And behind the and, I have 37 hundredths. So I have the number 37. And I need to make sure that it ends in the hundred spot, which is the second spot behind the decimal point. Right? Since this ends in the second spot behind the decimal point, it ends in the hundredth spot. So this is the number right here. Right? Which means your answer is B. All right. All right. Now, if you look at A is exactly the same, except for A has 37 thousandths. You still see the number 37, but the 7 is in the thousandths place. So that's number A. That's A. A is 16 and 37 thousandths, not 3700. Right? Because we know B is the correct answer. Now C and D are wrong because of place value spots as well. They are all place value snipers. They all are the wrong answer because they're in the wrong place value. All right. C is 163 and 7/10. And D as in dog is 1,637. All right. Miguelito says no questions. Michaela got the right answer. Yacel got the right answer. If you have any other questions about number 4, you can type it in. If not, I'll get ready for number 5, and then we'll be almost wrapped up for today. All right. All right. Number 5. Which of the following shows 4 and 39 hundredths written in expanded notation? All right. It's going to be a 2-step problem. All right. The problem gave me words and the answers are expanded. The only problem is I told you don't ever go from words straight to expanded. Go from words to standard and then go from standard to expanded. All right? So we're going to do a 2-step problem here. All right? So step number 1 is to write the words out and turn it into standard. So it says, which of the following shows 4 and 39 hundredths. All right. So the word is 4 and 39 hundredths. All right. Now, step one, turn this into a normal standard number. All right. So again, you have your clues in there. You see the word and becomes decimal point. Also, you see THS, which means you got some parts behind the decimal point. All right. Remember, the decimal point separates whole numbers from parts. So on the whole number side, I have 4. Right? So it's $4 and well, 39 hundredths is just like 39 cents. All right. Hundredths is the second spot. So this is 4 and 39, and then the 9 ends in the hundred spot. All right. So this is standard form, right? Or the normal way. Now from here, we'll go from standard form to expanded notation, right? Can anybody type in what they remember? What does expanded mean? If you remember what expanded means, type it in. All right, good. Andrea, Yesel, Natalie, good. To expand something means to stretch it out. Good, Michaela, to stretch it out. So I'm going to take this number and I'm going to stretch it out. If you look at all your answer choices, you realize all of them are stretched out, right? So they have parentheses and plus signs that are used to stretch them out. So every number that's not a 0 needs a parentheses. So that means 4 needs a parentheses, plus 3 needs a parentheses, plus, and then 9 needs a parentheses. All right? Now, this is the expanded part. The other word is notation, right? Can anybody type in what does notation mean? Oh, nobody typed in. Nobody typed in what notation means. All right, I'll type it in. Oh, good, Andrea. Notation does mean number times the spot. So notation means number times the place value spot is in. So if you look at all the answer choices, all of them have 4 times something, 3 times something, and 9 times something. The only difference between the answers is what spot they put in each number in. So if you know what spot they in, then you should be fine. All right. So all of them, all your answer choices have 4 times something, 3 times something, and 9 times something. All right. The only difference between the answers is what spot they're in. So what spot is the 4 in? If this is $4.39, then that means 4 is in the dollar spot or the one spot. So that means it should be 4 times $1. Right? That means 3 is in the dime spot. So that means it should be 3 times 10 cents or 0.1 or 3 times a tenth. Right? And that means the 9 is in the penny spot or the hundred spot. So it should be 9 times a penny or 9 times 1/100. Right? Which means the answer is letter C. Right? Again, I want you to remember, you never go from word form straight to expanded. You go from word to standard and then go from standard to expanded. All right? Any questions about any of these problems? Make sure y'all hit the like button at the top too. All right, gotta get my likes up. All right. It doesn't seem like anybody have any questions. Miguelito, I'm gonna give you a call after this is over. I'm gonna try to get you a book, okay? Everybody else, thank y'all for coming to class today. I love y'all. I'll see y'all tomorrow at 11, okay? Make sure y'all hit that like button. All right. Miguel, I'm about to call you, okay? All right. Peace.